when people talk about, the temperature, it has to be felt because it can't be so easily measured, and it has to be experienced, right? This is one of those intangible, and you look at making it tangible, measurable at the same time. Because it is measurable, you are able to bring innovation to control and manage it. So, Vail, you mentioned that there is a treaty that even all countries need to look at managing the temperature. At a grassroots level, how do you think it can be done? And is there anything that you are attempting when you talk about, energy management and innovation in that space? How do you demonstrate that and put it into action in your daily day-to-day activities and work? So can you speak about it or show anything which would be good for us to learn?
Yeah. Let me just take a walk around and just show you certain part of the aspects of the building and what we have done to make sure it's very efficient, right? And I think we did work with the architects from day one to make sure that that many of these are considered in the design of the building itself. One of the first and foremost thing has been that because you need to have adequate sunlight at the same time. Don't overdo on glass. So we have focused on getting just the right amount of glass, because glass does allow heat to come in, does not allow the heat to escape. So we have a limited amount of glass. It's all again tinted so that you don't get too much of sunlight inside, and which causes heat. Second thing is reduce the heat consumption in the building. So we worked with some of the vendors to create specially designed bricks. If you look at the brick here, it is pretty cold here right now. It's almost mid-noon here. It's very hot outside. It's pretty cool here. So we had to work with the builders and the brick fabricators to design special bricks which can act as a good insulator. And actually this kind of bricks and the kind of bricks and the insulation coating, this red paint is not just a paint, it's like insulated paint, which actually conserves energy. Even the gray one is again insulated paint, special paint, which acts as an insulator. So these special kind of bricks have reduced the energy consumption almost by, it actually reduces the heat by 6%, 6 degrees centigrade inside the building. So although you see it's hot outside, you come inside the building, it's very cool. Actually in the months of December and January, last month during the early mornings, we had to wear a sweater here. It's pretty cold actually inside the building. It's very cold. Second thing we did was in terms of the sensors and automation. If you look at the building, there are no switches anywhere. There are no electrical switches in the building completely, right? So in fact, in this 12,000 square feet of the building, we have laid ducts of sensors, 1,500 meters of sensor ducts. It's fully populated with sensors from day one. So what do these sensors allow you? Yes, these sensors do cost money. And if you look at the buildings, you have a lot of electrical switches. To put all these switches, you do a lot of wirings and electrical. So you save whatever money you save on reducing the switches, you put that money into deploying sensors. So net, there's no extra capital expenditure. So because the bulb is somewhere, the light is somewhere, and your switch is somewhere else. You draw a lot of ducts and wiring. So we avoided all the complete wiring. If you look at the roof, it's all switches and sensors inside. You see some of the still wires hanging. We just had to add a few more sensors because we are making own and producing sensors here. So this building consists of all sensors, which is again hyper personalized. So each sensor looks at many things, like your presence. Are there any people present in a particular area? How many people are present? Based on the number of people present, it will control the cooling load. And then look at the temperature, current temperature, and your feeling, your personalized settings. Let's say I want my area, my desk to be 22 degrees centigrade. Somebody wants 25. So there is a personalized air conditioner duct in that area, which you look at your preferences and settings. And based on the settings and the number of people present in that location, control the airflow and the settings of the air conditioning. Second thing is lighting. Again, we focus on lighting is that, this will look at again, how much of your lighting is required in that area. You need 300 lux, 500 lux, 600 lux, and how many people are present. So we look at the number of people in that area in that building, and the system automatically uses AI machine learning to find out how many lights, how much of lux lighting has to be powered on in that area. Automatically powers on just the right amount of lights for that in that area. So that way you are consuming very little energy, right? And it's all automated. It's just happening behind the scenes, and all this measured, monitored. We do have a knock or a dashboard which tells you in real time what's happening in the building, right? How much energy you're consuming, how much you're producing, where is the energy going, are there any problems, faults? Pretty much everything is measured and monitored and in real time, actually, in real time. I'll just walk you through the knock room. Just as you watch, I'll just show you how we have a dashboard which shows everything in terms of the energy monitoring and measurement, thermal footprint. We measured which area of the building, which part is hot, which is cold, and it's completely automated, actually, completely automated. You can just see it in action. Let me take you to the.
So when you are talking about these special paints and a lot of sensors, overall, does it cost special bricks? Overall, does it increase the cost, or does the cost comes down? Because it's a mindset that when we talk anything, use the word special, it means expensive. So how does that relate to in your building and in your project?
Actually, if you look at the overall end-to-end cost, it pretty much remains the same. There's not much cost difference because you need less equipment, right? For example, the tonnage of air conditioning you require the building is drastically reduced compared to the normal one. So overall net, pretty much the cost capex remains the same or less. And next thing is the OPEX. The OPEX reduces drastically. You can see, 30 to 50% reduction in operational costs because you've done a lot of automation, use AI, machine learning, and tools. And the next is equipment failures because you're automating all these things. For example, there are no switches. It means the switches will not break, right? You don't need an electrician to come and replace switches. Since you don't turn on, turn off things won't fail, right? They are automatically controlled. And if you look at a couple of things, right? I'll just show you the energy is building, right? Just look at one of the energy dashboard you see is the data center energy consumption dashboard, which shows energy consumed, saved, and monitored, right? It's monitored here in real time, right?
Yeah.
So look at all the dashboards, analytics being monitored here. So every bit of energy, every watt is measured. Every watt of energy is measured. And we have so many sensors, instrumentation in the building. Pretty much everything is measured. How much did the refrigerator consume today? How much did energy go for lighting? Where was the energy spent? Pretty much everything is measured completely, right? How long is the chiller operating? How much air is cooled? What's the outside temperature, inside temperature, humidity? Pretty much we measure and control every aspect of the energy in this building here.
This is truly, when we look at these dashboards and these real-time data, is an example, and it brings up to the forefront how precious energy is, and it's a nature's gift. And are we taking care of it well? And are we giving the respect for it and using it for meaningful purpose? So great work, Srini, for what you are doing and putting all that passion and innovation to use to make a difference. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Naveen. Yeah.